rates remain too low in the small Alpine country. They say it will ensure that Austria's hospitals are not overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients. Health Minister Wolfgang Muckstein. Whenever I hear health official, I assume we're talking about an idiot. Like a professor of gender studies. I just assume this is a fool. Speaking in Parliament Thursday afternoon, called the measure a big and for the first time also lasting step in Austria's fight against the pandemic. This is how we can manage to escape the cycle of opening and closing of lockdowns. Just lock down a significant percentage of your population. I mean, if they have a low vaccination rate, it's a significant percentage of Austrians, right? The measure passed easily in Parliament after a fierce debate. Fierce debate? No, yes, I'm sure. Guess what party posed it, folks? The way it's described by AP. AP is just another left-wing source of opinion. The far-right Freedom Party. I know nothing about the Austrian Freedom Party, to be honest. But isn't it interesting? Does AP ever describe any left as far left? Ever? Ever, 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 ever? Is AOC or Bernie Sanders far left? But the Freedom Party in Austria is. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I don't believe it. Do you now understand anti-vaccine sentiments in Austria? Well, wait a minute. Aren't they stoking anti-non-vaccinated sentiments in Austria? Only the right stokes things. Get it? They don't stoke on the left. Isn't that great? They're non-stokies. Accusing it of spreading deliberate falsehood about the safety and effectiveness of available. How could you spread falseness about the effectiveness when everybody acknowledges now it's not effective? It doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. So I have to be fair. They say, well, it's true. It doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. It prevents you from getting really, really sick and dying from COVID. Okay, that's what they say. I just want to make it clear. I'm committed to telling you the truth. It has unfortunately become necessary to close this vaccination gap that still exists in Austria. All right, we'll get some Austrians on. You have to understand, in the name of safety, every other value is now jettisoned.
Streaming on Salem Now or TV. Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.
This is why we're fighting for the soul of America.
You should be able to share ideas without fear of being fired from your job or shouted down.
You are not to be heard. This is one of the few things we have no precedent for in the United States.
You have the right to remain silent.
Of my son, his dreams cut short forever.
We're so worried about other countries' problems, and we don't even focus on our own.
Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.
Did that happen?
A lack of business.
because of so much outpatient care and because people were healthier.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I want to take another call on that. This is a very interesting issue here. Bakersfield, California. Stephen, hello.
Yes, I work for DAV, driving a van to West LA VA Hospital. Excuse me, 2003, 2005, they reduced their beds about 3/4. One of the reasons was, as the population grew older and more surgeries were needed, they made this, like the man said, an outpatient. But what really happened is they quit doing the surgeries because it's a money thing. They want to keep the money for the VA research and not to help the elderly patients.
That's fascinating. I got to look into that. That is completely new to me. Rochester, Minnesota, where the Mayo Clinic is located. Hello.
Hi, this is Daniel Van Dyke. There are two main reasons for the reduction in beds. One is that patients who are admitted...
People need to understand, and this is not necessarily wrong on the hospital's part. They're not in the same position they were 20 years ago.
Streaming on Salem Now.
There's about 57 Muslim states in the world. There's one Jewish state.
The massive ingathering of Jews in the last 150 years back to the land is absolutely unprecedented.
They say that there's no greater sign of redemption coming than the Jewish people returning to the hills of Judea.
As a Christian, I've always supported Israel's claim to the Holy Land. To me, the Palestinians were just getting in the way of God's plan.
300,000 Palestinians are unemployed.
In spite of all the years of conflict, there's hope here, if you know where to look for it.
The old wall randomly turns into a guardrail, followed by miles of open border.
Human trafficking.
That journey is extremely dangerous.
The 7-year-old girl died in the desert.
From the country of India.
A great pillar of the community was killed by a man who had been deported at least twice.
This little urn contains the ashes of my son. His dreams cut short forever.
We're so worried about other countries' problems, and we don't even focus on our own.
Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com. Streaming on Salem Now. Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.
Judge Thomas, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. I was under constant attack. You're not really black because you're not doing what we expect black people to do. This is the wrong black guy. He has to be destroyed.
So you'd still like to serve on the Supreme Court?
I'd rather die than withdraw from the process.
Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.
Man, I miss my father, and I want him to be here with me, but he's not.
We all had something in common. A lot of us were miserable. We had no fathers in our lives.
This is how I began the life of crime.
I desired to have a father who would tell me that what I did was wrong.
Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.
The only time you can come to Christ when the Spirit of God comes.
You ever thought of going to seminary?
Billy Graham.
Gloria a Dios, hermano. ¿Quién está listo para ser transformado por el poder de su palabra?
Look for Salem Now in the... Stream on your phone, tablet, or TV. Look for Salem Now in the App Store or go to salemnow.com.